Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my presentation today. Today, I will analysis of my research article. Its name is "A Study of the Impact of High-Speed Railway on Satisfaction with Travel and Job Housing Relationship." So, in my presentation, I have three main parts. The first part, I will introduce my plan of the introduction section of my research article. The second part, I will introduce my moves and steps of the introduction section. In the third part, I will comment on my reflection of the learning process. So let's move to the first part, my plan of the introduction section of my research article. And a good way to introduce research is by using the John Swartz CARS model. That is means creating a research space model. The creating a research space model was developed by John Swartz based upon his analysis of journal article prospecting a wealth of the discipline-based writing practice. His model attempts to explain and describe the organizational pattern of writing the introduction to scholarly research studies. And the following of the CARS model is useful because it can help me to begin the writing process. This will be getting started is often the most difficult task. And the second is to understand the way in which an introduction sets a stage for the rest of my paper, and also assess how the introduction fits within the large scope of my study. So they have three main moves. The first is establishing the territory, and move 2 is establishing a niche. Move 3 is occupying the niche. For more detail of my plan, this is in the move 1. I will put in my research into a wide context and put my work into perspective by demonstrating that my general area of research is important, critical, interesting, problematic, relevant, uh, and worthy for the investigation, and also establishing my territory by telling the reader that this is an important topic and here are something that we currently know about this topic in our field. And in the most 2, I will, and this will be explain what is missing in the previous research and the body of knowledge. And this move action refer to making a clear argument that a particular piece of research is important and value. This can be done by indicating a gap in previous research. And for move 3 will be answer how will to fill this gap. The final move is to introduce my present research, the mean by which study will contribute new knowledge or new understanding in contrast to period research on this topic. So let's move to my research article's moves and steps of introduction section. So first paragraph is move 1. This will be establishing the territory. The first step is to provide the recent background information about the high-speed railway system, and then following will be reviewing the previous literature about and refer to some highlight research on the relationship between the high-speed railway and job housing separation. In the third paragraph, I will review the previous literature and review the past study about the satisfaction with life. So this is the end of the Move 1 and establishing the territory about my research topic about high-speed, the impact of a high-speed railway on the satisfaction with travel and the job housing relationship. So, and let's move to the Move 2, establishing the gap. So, firstly, I will summarize the previous study in transport and well-being, and then I will raise the research gap about the cross-border transport on the satisfaction with life and the job housing of travelers. Following that is climate centralities. It will be highlight the importance of travel behavior research. Following that, I will also climate centrality about the significant influence of commuting on the job housing distributions. In the next paragraph, I will to mention about the high-speed railway influence on the job housing separation and explain the high-speed railway influence on different people and also the high-speed railway influence on the station. So this is Move 2, and then this is Move 3 will be address the gap. So firstly, this is topic generations and will be highlights the impact of high-speed railway and satisfaction. And following that will be the new paragraph will be to describe my research articles, research method, and also mentioned about how to collect the data. So this is the end of Move 3, establishing the territory. Following that will be is the literature review part. And in this part, I will introduce the influence of high-speed railway of travel activities by the previous literature. And then this will be the introduction of the theoretical concept of balance between the residence and the job locations by the previous studies. And the next paragraph will be reviewing the previous literature to introduce the separation of time and space between the living and the working. And next paragraph will be introduce the previous study on time geography and well-being. Also in this paragraph, I will use the ing mode like a participle as a modify before the main course. So this is the part 2, and then following that is my comment on my reflection of the learning process for this course. Before I learn this course, I'm not very clearly understanding the structure of the article. When I read the article, I cannot quickly and easily find the key points, purpose, research gap, and so on. And also, I have not a clearly idea about the research article introduction, grammatical structures, and sentence patterns when I start to write my research introductions. After this course, I know the definition of genres moves, especially understand move is very important for academic reading and writing. The moves let writer have a clearly mind for the article structures in different paragraphs, which have a different function, including the establishing the territory, identifying the niche, addressing the niche. These 3 moves can help me clearly write my introduction part, which can let the reader easily find my research background, previous research, and the research gap. So thanks for your attention, and if you have any question, just feel free to ask me. Thank you much.